I will be doing a quick tank review for the premium tank, the LTP, a tier 3 light tank. This was a freebie tank that was handed out to everyone during Wargaming 15th anniversary. This, as a premium vehicle, you can train your Soviet light tank crew members in it and make extra credits at the same time as well. This vehicle, it is not that bad nor good. It is just average. Let's cover the vehicle stats now. The vehicle stats, they are not that good nor bad. Hit points, 230 hit points. You can take a good amount of hits, especially from the low tier guns, if you angle your armor just right before you are killed. The vehicle weighs about 13 tons, but my setup it is 11 tons, which means with the engine of 170 horsepower, watch out for the engine fire though at 20%. My horsepower to ton ratio for the vehicle it is 15.30 horsepower to 1 ton. That means you will have a problem reaching the top speed unless if you have a very good crew in it. You can only reach the top speed whenever you are going in a straight line or downhill only. The vehicle hull traverse is quite good at 52 degrees. The armor, this is where it's good and it's bad. The armor, it is angled everywhere. So if you're facing against lower tier guns that have problem penetrating you, you can ricochet their rounds easily enough. But most guns can penetrate you. The vehicle have one major weak part. It is this driver's vision part here. The armor in the front is 30, side of the turret 30, hull 20, and the rear 30. The gun itself, it is okay. The gun depression for the vehicle, it is 8 degrees downward, which is good because you can hill fight with this if it requires it to do so. And the gun elevation upward, it is 20. The gun, this is good and it's bad at the same time. The gun have a very good aiming time of 2.1 seconds with a high rate of fire of 25 rounds per minute. Unfortunately, the penetration and damage output it is decent at best, but if you want to do a good amount of damage within a match, you have to fire a lot of rounds so they can penetrate and hit the target. This gun is used on the T-127 and the Valentine II as well. The accuracy is pretty bad, 0.46. So unless if you fully aim onto the target, most of the time you are going to miss your target if you do not fully aim due to the bad accuracy of 0.46. The turret traverse is decent at 36 degrees. The view range, it is decent, 310 meters, and the radio is pretty bad, 360 meters. That means, most of the time, you can actually lose contact with the rest of the team. So be careful about that. Let's cover the pros and cons now. Let's cover the pros and cons for the LTP. As a Tier 3 vehicle, you will be getting preferred matchmaking from Tier 3 to Tier 4, which is quite good because you will be needing that due to the terrible gun on the vehicle. Now, how do you use the vehicle? This is a good support vehicle and flanking vehicle, especially if you can take advantage of the front you are on to support the team. Now, what is good about the vehicle? The vehicle, it is mobile enough, have relatively good armor if you angle it correctly, and the gun, it is decent enough. So in theory, you can do a good amount of damage in the vehicle due to the high rate of fire that the gun is capable of. As a premium vehicle, you can train any of the Soviet light tank crew members while making extra credits at the same time. The cons for the vehicle. This is a thinly armored light tank still, so the modules and the crew members can be damaged easily enough still. The vehicle have one major weak part that that a HE round may potentially knock out all of the modules and crew if they hit the driver vision port area here, as all of the crew members are in this area of the vehicle. The vehicle armor, it is not that good, even with the angling added in. Most Tier 3 and Tier 4 guns can penetrate the armor easily enough still. Now, let's cover the consumables, ammo layout, and equipment you are going to be using in the vehicle. Consumables first. You may or may not want to use them, as this is a Tier 3 vehicle. I would go with a first aid kit and a repair kit, as the crew and the modules can be knocked out easily enough due to the thin armor. And the last one, you can use them if you want to, but I would highly recommend not using them because of the permanent bonus that they offer. The large repair kit will give you a 10% bonus to the repair speed. That is quite handy. And if you want to go with the large first aid kit, this will decrease the chance of the crew members getting injured by 15%, which is quite handy. It is up to you if you want to use consumables or not. This vehicle carries a lot of ammo. 150 rounds, which means you are not going to be running out of ammo anytime soon in this vehicle. The majority of the ammo I would be using is AP and APCR. AP rounds most of the time. If you can flank the vehicle's side and rear, you can pin them most of the time with the regular ammo, and from the front as well if the armor it is thin enough. But I would save the APCR round against heavily armored tanks at Tier 3 to Tier 4 area that know how to angle their armor quite well. Also, the ammo for the APCR is cheap as well, 800 credits or 2 gold pieces. HE, I would save some if you are going to be shooting at a semi-armored target or just to reset a cap. It's always a good idea to have some HE if those situation comes up. Now the equipment that you are going to be using. I have vents on the tank as it improved the crew by 5% and also it improved the tank performance by a bit as well. The only other pieces of equipment that is really worthwhile to use is the enhanced gun length drive and coated optics if you are going to be playing as somewhat of a active scout if you must, or the binocular telescope is good to go with as it gives you a more of a view range increase when it is activated. but you have to be saying still for it to be activated. From 10% to 25. The binocular telescopes is a good idea to equip them if you are going to play this vehicle as a passive scout. Now, what is good about the vehicle? The vehicle is well armored, it is mobile enough, have a decent gun. The gun, you can potentially do a lot of damage with this tank gun if you can get all of the rounds to penetrate and hit. As a premium vehicle, you have preferred matchmaking, and as it is a premium vehicle, you can train the Soviet light tank crew members while making extra credits at the same time. Now, what is bad about the vehicle? The vehicle have a major weak part in the front heel. A HE round, if it penetrates the driver's port heel, the crew and the modules can be knocked out easily enough, or potentially be one-shotted, as all of the modules and crew, for the most part, it is in the front part here, so be careful about that. Due to the armor, most vehicles can penetrate the armor easily enough, even if you are angling the armor quite well. The gun itself, you will have problem penetrating well-armored vehicles at tier 3 and tier 4 area. Be careful about that. I have a replay to show you how you can play the LTP quite well. Let's go to that replay now. This is a tier 4 match maximum to show you how well it can actually perform in when it's facing off against tier 4s. I will speed the replay up. I am heading to the hill first. It doesn't take that long for it to reach 40-ish kilometers when you have a good crew inside this. It's only really just whenever you go over rough terrain it really slows down, but that is a common feature for most vehicles to have. I wait up for some backup, knowing it would be a bad idea to go to the hill right away without any form of backup. I fired blindly at the 43 there, and I didn't even hit it as it went quite far away from the intended target. I have some backup behind me. I'm not going to advance too far without having at least another person in the area to help me out. In case if there are enemy tanks on the hill, I have at least 2 vehicles to help me. The Valentine 2 there, it's quite well armored, so I have to use a PCR round on it. This rate of fire is quite good. you can actually take out a vehicle quickly enough due to the high rate of fire, if you can penetrate the vehicle with the APTR round. I missed the Valentine there. I am flanking the Valentine. I spent a good amount of APTR rounds to penetrate the Valentine, and by there, the two Valentine had problem penetrating each other armor due to how thick it is in the front, and how bad the gun is as well. That shell missed the 10 target the first time. It went a bit to the left where the target was not. Now it is 11 to 6. The STVS-39, I am using the terrain I have to my advantage to try to protect myself from it. I have to switch to a PTR to make sure I'm going to pen. This is where my usefulness to the team comes to an end. This replay I did moderately well. This match, it was a win for my team. I did about 430 damage, which is quite good for the one kill that I actually got. Let's go to the garage now and do a brief recap on the vehicle. Let's do a brief recap on the LTP. As a premium vehicle, it is not that good nor bad. But as it is a premium vehicle, you can train your Soviet light tank commander, driver, and loader in this vehicle while you are making extra credits at the same time. As a premium vehicle, you will be getting preferred matchmaking, mainly tier 3 up to tier 4 maximum. This vehicle, as it is not that good nor bad if you play carefully, and towards the vehicle strengths, you can do quite well in the vehicle. This is a reminder though. This is a rare vehicle now because the only way to really obtain this vehicle was to had the account made before Wargaming 15th anniversary, or you can get this vehicle in the bundle packs from time to time. Overall, the LTP, it is not a good vehicle nor a bad vehicle. It is just average. I hope that you learn a thing or two about the LTP and how to use it properly on the battlefield. Good luck, everyone, on the battlefield.